again. Okie dokie. Yeah, so, y'all have gotten yourselves ready to talk to Queen Romance Capulant. You're, like, on the other side of a, like, wall of dirt from, a bunch of ant noises. Yeah, so I think y'all are gonna break through the wall and try to talk to them or whatever.
Yep.
Cool.
Yes, I want Greta to basically burst through the wall like like, oh yeah, I forgot the name of that thing.
Kool-Aid Man.
The Kool-Aid Man, yes, and emerge in like a shower of sparkles because she's covered in glitter, and hopefully emerging anywhere near the queen because she wants to like if she sees the queen like right after bursting out, she will like launch into like a little announcement.
Mm-hmm. Great. Yeah, so you burst through this wall. It like takes a little bit just because it's like a wall of like I think it's like a kind of thick wall of dirt, but like you burst through it. Um and yeah, you're kind of just like in like it basically looks almost exactly the same as like the other ant uh like situation room that y'all just came from. Uh there's a bunch of ants in here. There is one ant that has a very similar crown to the one Queen Montague had, except it's blue. And like all the ants just kind of look over in surprise. And then
Okay.
yeah, you burst in and see the other queen standing there.
Okay. Immediately, Greta will go, um, um, stick up a hand and go, two houses, both ant-like in dignity. In Feronant, where we lay our scene.
Oh.
From ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. We come here as your fair ambassadors
Mm-hmm.
to make discussion with your fair queen.
I am in physical pain.
The queen like stands up from where she was and like skitters down. A couple of the other ants like go to back her up, but she just like waves them off and comes up to you and she says, "You claim to be ambassadors, but where do you come from?"
I have this whole time that Cypher's been like sidling off to the side to like behind her.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, we were granted passage by Queen Juliant, but we were sent at the behest of the voice of the home, who your conflict has caused great harm to.
A random ant in the group just shouts, "They're spies from the Montagues!"
We are representatives of the voice of the home.
And then the queen looks and goes, "The voice of the home, huh?
Since your war takes place within them, should they not have a say in how it's carried out?
They have allowed us to exist and keep home here, so I do have a modicum of respect for them. What do you have to say?"
Well, see, your war has caused the home much damage, and we are here to make a peaceful resolution to your conflict for the sake of the home and all of your people.
If only peace were possible.
I believe it is.
Did you manage to convince all of those Montagues to worship the one true God?
No. But we know that you care about your people and are incredibly passionate and a good ruler, and a good ruler would make every effort to help her people and prevent any needless death or destruction.
Yes. That all sounds fantastic. And we would love that. But the Montagues attacked us simply for worshipping the god we choose to, which they claim to be in favor of.
Well, that's... Oh, this is some... There has been treachery here. Someone is pitting the two of you against each other, because you should have heard the way she talked about you. Like, she's still really in love with you and stuff, and like she would never condone any
When you say that, she ant blushes and like just like looks around and is like, enough. I will take you in my quarters then. And then like kind of like
Ooh.
for like like motions for you to go down another tunnel, and like looks back to her guards and everybody and is like, just wait here for a potential Montague ambush. I'll be back. And then then like goes with y'all. You see a when you come into her quarters, there is a like what are the things? What are the things you hang keys from?
hooks.
Carabiner?
Like the long dangly key hanging thingy? It's like a long strap that like you put carabiners on.
A lanyard.
Lanyard. You see a lanyard with the band Ant-Against Me on it. The poster that was in Queen Montague's quarters. And so she leads you into Queen Romant leads you into her quarters and like turns around at you and like, what? So you know that we used to be in together.
Yep.
Did?
Well, if we could just solve this peacefully, that would be great, but I don't think that anyone should just be going off worshipping any god that they wish and angering the god of wind, seer of dreams.
But why do you think the god of wind, seer of dreams, is angered by this?
Have you not seen when the winds howl and it gets strong and big, and they bring the dark winds, and then the water falls from the skies?
But surely you can see the what's his name again? The bringer of winds, keeper of Dream's
The
face,
god of wind, seer of dreams.
he's constantly smiling.
Yes.
Yeah. Thunderstorms are good. I personally also can turn into lightning, so I am fond of lightning and I am thus biased. But like storms are good and healthy, and they might sound very scary, but really storms are good.
She like looks off to the side and is just like, I don't want my I don't want any of my people getting hurt again. If anyone would like to, you can pierce her mask.
I have 3 mundanes, so
Go for it.
I'm also angry.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone would have a net higher mundane than me,
I mean, I can do it too if you would like, since I
I
am
mean, I
also
have a 3, but
uh-huh.
yeah, either of you do it. 'Cause
we can say Greta is back and studying Romiant as Overgrowth and Verve are talking to her.
sure.
Is the roll not showing up?
you know, I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Roll 20, why?
20. Do the thing. Darcy, you still there?
Yeah.
Oh, were you gonna roll or was it Ace?
Oh, I didn't think I got asked for a roll, so
Oh, sorry. I thought.
unless I missed something, sorry.
No, see, I thought
Oh.
I thought it was gonna be either one of you two rolling.
Yeah, that was gonna be Greta rolling.
Sorry, our
Okay.
bad.
Okay. Quick step back then. What exactly am I rolling for?
To pierce the mask of Queen Romiance Capulant.
Okay, go ahead. Let's go. That's an 8.
Cool.
I
Uh,
guess the question then is,
no, ask one.
what are you really planning? Wait, is that the best one? I guess a better one is like, how could I get your character to stop the war
Okay.
and make peace long term?
You see her look over like that stand that had the lanyard and like some other stuff. There's like a little red flower. And she looks she looks at that after she says, I don't want my people getting hurt again. When she was talking about like how the god of wind, seer of dreams, would like potentially bring retribution for worshiping other deities or whatever. And so there's kind of like, you can presume that she is worried about people getting hurt by the god. And since she's staring at the stuff that like, she's clearly thinking about Queen Juliet, and presumably Queen Juliet got hurt before by the god of wind. And so basically her fear of this like idea that other deities and stuff could be worshipped comes from like a fear of the god of wind and having people like be hurt. So she's not necessarily against worshiping other deities, and it's kind of evolved into this whole thing of like having to make it seem like she is, but really she's worried about the other queen.
Okay. I think what I want to do is like huddle with the others and suggest like, or like lean into the others and suggest like, hey, what if we say that Gaia is like friends with the keeper of winds and dreams? So
What?
they
Yeah.
don't have any reason to fight anyway because their deities are friends too?
I don't think that the others worship Gaia. I didn't get the impression they worship Gaia. But
Other gods in general.
yeah.
Get her. How do you explain what the issue is?
We could just like move George to the other side of the base or something so that
That might pause a price for which this was ever seen.
you cut out a lot, but during
That
that.
caused like to the like,
You're roboting
I don't
very
think
hard.
people-
Yeah.
Shit. Boop.
It's still kind of robot-y.
Testing.
Nope.
God damn it.
Oh,
Better?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Keep cursing.
Keeps.
Fuck shit, mother bitch. What I was saying. I don't think taking away one god is the answer to this mess.
That's
I think
yeah,
it's I think what we really need to do is just try and like assuage the fears here. So like in this case, that would be the fear that worshiping other gods besides the Noodle Man is going to get Juliet killed. We need to find some way to assuage that fear. Basically, try to explain that the Noodle Man isn't a vengeful deity. Why is this our life?
you know. Yeah, I mean, if any of you have like ideas on how to do that, go for it. I think it's a really good plan.
Cypher's not in the fuddle at all. She got left behind when the queen went and took these people. Took these 3.
Oh wait, what's Cypher doing then?
But remember she's talking to all the other advisors and everyone. The guards.
Oh. Yeah. Is there anything you'd like to find out specifically?
She's trying to convince them that peace is the correct direction,
Sure.
but not very well.
Would you like
She's
to?
not good at the talking thing.
Would you like to provoke them?
Do
Do
Okay,
it.
gotcha.
Alright, sure.
Gotcha. No, we'll try to. Yeah.
I want to help that. What does Cypher say to provoke them?
we're not there.
Oh, right.
She's in the other room.
Right, yeah. Uh-huh.
You could use it selfishly somehow, maybe, depending on your stat.
You know, I think I'll just fail this one.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're trying to convince them that peace is like the best option.
Yeah.
But one of them, like the general ant, who has like a big scar and like armor and stuff, just like stomps up to you and is like, "No, peace is not the option. When we tried peace, we had our faces spat in, and what else happened? A bunch of bad things. We have to fight them. No."
Ceasefire?
What's that?
It's not quite peace, but it's where you're both not fighting.
He looks over at like some of the other ant advisors. Like, why didn't any of you suggest that? They'll shrug. Like, we'll take it under advisement. You should return to your people. And like they kind of like start like motioning for you to go where the rest of them are.
Walk off, but she might not find her way there quick enough.
Yeah, you like the tunnel that they went down is kind of like it's either that tunnel or exiting the area, so like it's fairly easy to find your way to where they went.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, back in the quarters. So y'all were talking about trying to assuage her fears.
Yep.
If you would like to try to like just do like a provoke to get her to like go talk or something, you could. And like it kind of say what you say depending on the role. We could um ba, 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 ba. Yeah, I think provoke someone is a fitting move if anybody wants to try that. Or if you just want to try like saying a thing that might just convince her, that could also be a thing. But yeah, it just from the pierce the mask, she's definitely open to that. She just like needs to be like she needs to hear it from the right voice, and like having an outside voice is definitely a step in the right direction. So like she just needs something to like kind of grasp onto to like try and actually get the peace talks like going.
I feel like I've talked a lot, so if someone else wants to take the lead on this, go for it.
Overgrowth speaks up and says, I know you're only doing this because you want to protect Juliet. You're worried about her, right?
I'm worried about my people.
He gives her a look. He gives her a look like, come on. He says, well, you have to understand that your people, while it is your job to protect them, your people have the right to make their own choices. And you can't force them to do what you think is safest. All you can do is try and make sure their choice. All you can do is stand by them and help them through their choices. And God, I'm bad at this.
She is very stubborn, I guess. Like, I don't want to tell her she
Right.
can't worship people. I just don't want her to do it and then have a bunch of
You can't know that's what's gonna happen. But you also can't. All you're doing is pushing her away, pushing the 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 Mantihues away. Wink.
Yeah, I mean, you should have heard the way she talked about you. Like, you know,
What do you mean?
she she still likes you. I think if you go for peace, like you're gonna, you might heal more than just the rift between your people. You could heal it between yourselves.
And she like looks away and just like what I mean, like what specifically did she say she liked?
Okay, so she just said about how, she thought that your hey, hold on, I have to scroll up in my notes because I wrote it down because I knew I'd forget. Um, come on. There we go. Because you're really devoted to your people and she loves your passion about things and how you love basketball and Kevin Durant, and she loves listening to you talk about your hobbies, and just like being around you made her really happy.
She actually mentioned basketball.
She did.
Fine. We can talk. Um and then when she says fine, we can talk, there's like a scurrying um like at the door at like the entrance, and um Queen Juliet comes in and is like, finally, I've been trying to get you to talk for so long now. And Romiant just like, how did you? uh, and then she looks to y'all and is just like, tell the voice of the home that they don't have to worry, and we'll get the well, if they require us to repair anything that was done, we will work with them to do so.
Excellent.
Great.
You hear all that, Gaia?
I did, yes.
Right, so I think we're done. Back to the car and back home.
If there's anything else y'all want to do, like while you're heading there, if it's short or whatever, we can. But otherwise, we can just say y'all get to the cart and kind of get back through. As you like are like traveling through, you're noticing like the temperature's like fine. Atlanta, like the power like poles that were like you felt with your lightning stuff like are like no longer there. Um, like there's like a feeling there because you're like still surrounded by like this electricity, but like it's not weird and like off-putting now and like trying to yank you in different directions. It's like a fluid current this time, like it should be.
Yay.
And so you get back to like that where the front of it is at the core with the like that little USB entrance. And they hand the GAIA bot is there. And they smile and like lean down at you and say, excellent work, big team.
Ah, Gaia.
Oh, my apologies. Here. And they set one of the nano O's down next to you. And say, you eat this again, because actually the science is quite interesting. If you shrink to a certain level with this technology, there is a rebound effect, because your molecules can only handle going to a certain size of what they were. So if you shrink to a certain level, you will immediately return to your regular size. It's fascinating.
Overgrowth looks at the others. Like, I'm not trying this first.
Oh, Verve will.
Great, yeah. So you eat a couple bites of the Nano O and like start to get a lot smaller than them. And then once you hit like a certain point, like where you're kind of like at their knees, you just like yeet to your regular height, like kind of fall off the little like keyboard thing, and just you're on the ground and at your the height you were before.
Yeah, I'm sure she just like falls over. Like, oh, yep. Oh, that's really weird and disorienting, but that's fine.
Nope, let's do it.
She'll scramble out of the way before Overgrowth falls on her.
You don't want him landing on you.
Oh no.
Great.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Ah,
So yeah.
he falls on his ass.
Okay, here goes nothing then. Hop.
Great. Yep. So all of y'all that eat the Nano O's shrink down a little bit more and then go back to your regular height. The room feels a lot cooler than it did before. And like all of the systems that like we're in are like not like freaking out now. GAIA smiles and says, "Thank you so much for your assistance. I'm sure I hope Tiny Team will be okay to help in the future, but yes, all of the problems have been dealt with. My systems are back to normal capacity, and I can focus on the full operations of the base now."
Great.
Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Happy to help, Gaia.
Were you able to get the queens back together?
Yep.
I think we have hope for them.
That's very good. They were a very cute couple.
I have full faith in my ability to get people to talk to each other and then start dating. I have a good track record.
Oh? Is that so?
Listen,
help me
Jada
out?
and Ellen would have flirted around each other for months if I hadn't told them they were flirting with each other. More months.
Okay.
Can you imagine two
Oh.
people like obviously being in love with each other and then just constantly denying it?
Hmm.
I don't
so
think
weird.
Overgrowth. I don't think half of the big team appreciates you calling them out like that.
I was actually calling out. I was actually calling out Zia, but
He's calling out my Glitter Hearts character, but whatever.
It also
Glitter,
applies
you
to,
say?
it also
Sure
applies to most of big team.
For sure.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate your help again. If you would like to return to the activities you were attempting to do before, I will be happy to assist.
Okay. Ooh.
Greta, since you are not a member of Big Team but chose to help anyways, I have gotten you a thank you gift.
Oh?
Here is I have sent an email for a 4-month subscription to World of Warcraft to your email.
Oh.
I heard you mention it
Thank
inside
you.
of me.
That makes it sound a lot creepier than I thought it was. But thank you.
Of course, I appreciate what you have done.
You're very welcome.
Cool. Do you want to do end of session moves real quick and then?
Yes, and then
Yes,
Gnome can
let's
get
do
out of
that.
here.
Yep.
Gnome is going to go
No,
first.
do you want to
and then-
start?
Yeah.
yeah, I'll go first. God, there were so many. I can't decide who I grew closer to. I think Greta actually.
Oh?
Yeah.
Despite or because of all the puns?
Both. Yes. Yeah, Greta gets influence over me, and I will go ahead and clear angry. No, actually, no, I'll clear angry.
Well, I'm glad Overgrowth had such a good time.
Great. Awesome. Yeah, if you need to head out, Gnome, feel free. Thank you so much for hanging out and playing. It was awesome having you.
Thank you for running. It was a very fun game.
Cool. If you have like stars and wishes or stuff, feel free to just like put them in the one of the channels or whatever.
Alrighty.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Have a good time. Whatever
Peace.
the thing you have to
Cheers
do.
now.
Bye, Gnome.
Bye,
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, and then I'll just go left to right for the rest of y'all. Ace, Atlanta / Verve.
Yeah, I think Verve also grew closer to Greta.
Aw.
And since I don't believe I have any conditions, I'm gonna mark potential.
Cool. Awesome. Izzy, / Ivy and Cypher. Did you grow close to the team, your image of yourself, or grow away from the team?
Oh, I'm also gonna have it grow closer to Greta.
Oh my gosh.
Greta has all of the influence.
No matter how clear, afraid.
Cool. Awesome. And Darcy / Greta. How about you?
That's a very good question. um, at some point during the session, I was like so sure that I would have her grow into her own image and shifting Savior down because she was like, "Oh no, I make things worse."
Oh.
Um, I think, given the people in this session and her interactions with them, she probably grew closer to Overgrowth because I think in some sense she already was like a little she knew Atlanta the best and like Atlanta had invited her and that would have been like the number one thing otherwise. Um, with Cypher, I was like, okay, there's definitely potential there, but like Cypher was specifically trying to deny that she was also the one who has met Greta twice before, I think.
Talking about.
I actually kind of want to do like a little scene about that if you don't mind.
Cool.
But yeah, I thought that with Overgrowth, there were like some moments where she got him hurt, and then later she made him happy with like the whole ride, and he started singing
Nice.
and stuff like that. So I will send Gnome a message about that.
Okay, coolio. Are there anybody have any special end of session stuff to do?
No, I would like a just scene.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I know some playbooks have like when at the end of the session if you did a thing. I just wanted to check. But yeah, if anybody has any like end of session scenes, any scenes that they'd like to do, yeah, please feel free. I think Atlanta wanted one to do something with Greta, and then Greta wanted to do something with Cypher.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, so I think Atlanta will just like like just turn to Greta and be like, yeah, so I guess sorry that this all went weird. I know you just wanted to like see the base and meet GAIA and then you got pulled into this whole thing. So yeah, sorry about that.
Are you apologizing for showing me a good time? Because that was pretty cool. I didn't. Oh, I forgot to ask Smokescreen for his autograph. I think that's gonna be a bit difficult now.
Probably.
But I guess I got to know GAIA in a way that I didn't think I would, and see parts of the base I didn't think I would.
That's true. Okay, I mean, as long as you had fun, I guess. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, I'm glad you had fun then. I liked having you there.
Um, I think Greta blushes a little and says, "Well, I'm very glad to hear that. I didn't think something like this would go this way. I mean, I didn't think that you would invite me here in the first place. After everything, but yeah, it went better than expected.
Yeah, I mean, you helped us yesterday, and I mean, you helped me fix my hair. So I think, I mean, you don't have to think so, but like, I think we're friends. I mean, I think of you as a friend at least.
I mean, of course I'd help you. You know, girl code. You don't let somebody with messed up hair and messed up dress go around prom.
Yeah, she'll just grin and be like, yeah. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. The thing you did with the Roomba was so cool.
Oh yeah, wait. Do you think the dust bunnies are still in there?
Probably. I wonder if the dust bunnies also got bigger.
You know what? I'm not going to open it right now.
That's a good point. Maybe we should do it outside.
Yes, outside. And Greta kind of like whispers to herself, in my brother's room.
Atlanta definitely hears that and is like, that's a good idea. Mentally, like internally, silently, she's like, your brother's awful, so that's a very good idea. I mean, maybe not quite awful, but you know. He was a wannabe, so like Verve is iffy on him.
Very fair, yeah. I think Greta is also like, wow, that made me hungry. Do you think I could get some nanos to go?
Maybe not, but I definitely have cupcakes and stuff in the kitchen.
Cool. That's sounds very tasty. Um, what kind of cupcakes are they?
Oh man, so they are rainbow cupcakes. And yeah, she'll like lead her towards the kitchen. And like, so I made all of the like layers and and she'll start explaining how she did that. And then she's just like, but then I flavored some with lime and some with cherry, and I don't remember which ones are which. And some of
Oh,
them
it'll
are
be
just
a taste
vanilla.
test.
So it's just like a surprise.
If you don't want to do anything else, we could fade out there.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool.
If there were any nanos left, though, Greta wouldn't have minded grabbing a few.
I don't think they were like out, but the box was there.
Okay. Sure, I'll snack the box.
Great. Cool. And then Greta, did you still want to have a scene with Cypher?
Yeah.
Well,
Um, where would be a good time and place for Cypher?
I don't know, anytime.
Does Cypher like also live at the base, or?
No, but she is by there a lot because of the danger room. And the
Oh, that makes
archives, which she's probably the only one of the few people that goes to it.
Atlanta didn't know about the archives till today.
two places. Like Greta's heard of the danger room before and would be very interested in that. But the archives is like one of the things that she also only learned about today. But then again, she has been part of the big team, so she has an excuse. So she would definitely be interested in seeing that. What do you imagine the archives look like?
Uh, some strange mix between like a normal library and like some future tech base.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes
That makes
sense.
sense.
It's like rows of books, but they're not necessarily normal books. They're like tech digital books.
Cool.
Okay, now I'm imagining that the team wouldn't just let Greta wander around on her own.
Hmm.
So, what if Greta had like asked Cypher, like, "Hey, can you show me around and show me those archives?"
Yeah. I guess they're just walking in and she's like, yeah, so these are the historical collection, but most of them are pretty boring, so
Oh wow, this is so huge. What do you have in the historical collection? Is that like past big team fights with supervillains, or?
yeah, it's got big team history and halcyon history and history and
Cool.
yeah.
Oh, does that have like your past supervillain fights too? I mean, your fights with supervillains, not your fights as a supervillain, because you're not a supervillain.
Yeah. Uh, I'm pretty sure GAIA has some of the stuff recorded, but you know, not everything can be recorded that easily.
Oh, right. Does Gaia record everything here in the base?
Not everything.
Gaia, can you please don't listen in on my conversation? Sorry. Right. Hey, so you said your name was Cypher, right?
Yeah.
Do you have like a twin?
Uh, no, no
Um,
twin.
do you have like a very limited wardrobe by any chance?
Well, you see, I like the costumes. Like, you guys don't have the same thing every time you fight, so like it's normal, right? So it's not
Oh, right.
limited; it's selective.
Right, of course. Just like how Donald Duck just doesn't have just one outfit, but it's just like a bunch of outfits that look very similar.
Exactly. Yeah.
So are are you by any chance what is known as a seeker?
Uh, no, I fight seekers normally.
Sorry, you cut out a little bit there. Could you repeat that?
I fight seekers normally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because like there is this a short while ago, I met this other girl named Cypher who said that she was a seeker and she wore like a very similar outfit as you, which is a seeker outfit. And
Do you want me to just apologize for missing the tacos?
oh, sorry, I didn't want to like call you out. I don't know. I know that some superheroes have had like plots with like clones and doubles or supervillains
Yeah.
impersonating them. So like I didn't want to assume.
Well, there's a mirror, but you know, it's a mirror.
Yeah, I mean exactly. Um, I for all I knew,
Yeah.
Mirror was playing pranks.
Uh, no, I just miss the tacos. You know, it was a busy afternoon.
No, I mean it's fine. I didn't. You don't have to apologize for that. Um, I was just wondering.
Next time you go out to get tacos, I might be able to come then.
Oh, okay, cool. Um, it doesn't have to be tacos.
Yeah, it could be the spaghetti on a stick too.
What on a stick?
Spaghetti on a stick
Who would do that?
next
I
to
mean, okay,
tacos.
I suppose, sure, we can get spaghetti on a stick. I mean, I Darcy remember. Sure. I'll talk with Cambria about. I mean, if you're okay with
Yeah,
people coming too.
Cambria is cool. You
Okay,
know,
cool.
don't bring anybody weird like Big Toxic or Mir.
Oh no. I haven't seen them in a while either. Anyway, they're.
What could have happened?
I mean, I don't. I'm not really friends with them, but we just do club activities.
That's good. But not being friends with them, that's good.
But my friends are like Cambria and Gemma, and so we do things. Yeah.
Yeah, they seem pretty nice. I've met Cambia a few times before.
Yeah, she's very cool. She's a good friend. Um,
Well, anyways, that's the archives. And
right. Oh, ooh. Do you have any magic villains in here?
magic
And
what?
like magic villains, like Hex and Mystic Mage. Well, I guess they're not magic villains anymore. Or wrestling villains? Do you have any magic wrestlers? And I think it's okay if we fade out there, unless you have something else that you want to talk
No,
about.
no, that's good.
Okay. And Ace, she was specifically talking about the Black Magic Club, okay?
That's not what it sounded like to me, but okay.
Listen, I guess Atlanta will just have to join the Black Magic Club.
Yep.
That's how this works now. But yeah, that was great. Thank you, Izzy.
Yeah, it was really good. Is
Did
there
anybody else?
Yeah, is there anything else?
Sorry.
Any other scenes or anything y'all would like to do before we end?
I mean, if like Cypher would want to like spar with Verve in the danger room, that would be cool and fun because I don't think they get to interact. Have we played together since your character creation?
Maybe once.
Maybe once, yeah. So if they'd want to do that, like, and then maybe I don't know, go out for milkshakes or cupcakes afterwards, like, Verve would be down for that. Like
Okay.
everybody go out for.
As in the two of them, or?
No. Greta would be invited as well to get.
Oh, Greta would definitely want to watch that fight. So
Right.
Yeah. But like then afterwards, also Greta would be invited to go to probably Screaming Beans because that's right there. But like yeah, or do something.
Cool. Also, Cypher definitely gets influence over Greta.
Cool. Awesome. Well, that's the OVA. Thank y'all so much for playing. I had a lot of fun running it for you. I hope y'all had fun playing. If you all need to head out, feel free. I was gonna see if anybody had like stars and wishes or anything that they wanted to go over. Mainly on like the like GMing of it, and then just like the stuff in it. I was just curious if like it like anything like felt like it didn't work, or like if stuff felt off or weird or anything. But
okay, let me start this off by saying, aside from the length, because it ended up going about like an hour over time. Aside from the length, this felt like a rookie session in a good way, because it was like, oh, we're gonna shrink down. We encounter some. There's a lot of puns. We encounter ants who are just completely about ant puns, which is like Molcion all over again. And there's a guy commanding dust bunnies, and he seems to be some kind of wrestler. And it's like, and there's like a whole bunch of parody laid over it. I was like, everywhere we turned, I was like, I wish Rookie was here. He would be so proud of you, honestly. So like, except for going longer than 3 hours, I was like, yes, very good on that front.
Yeah, the length was definitely a thing that yeah, we started a little bit late, and then I definitely could have yeah, but cool. I'm glad to have done Rookie proud.
I mean, I can't really speak for him, but I think he would be. Yeah.
Alex, I'll pretend he was here and enjoyed the heck out of it.
Good.
Yeah, I had a ton of fun. This was very good. I loved Greta being there. And yeah, I guess my only wish is just for me that I would have made space to talk to Cypher more, because like I said, we haven't gotten to play together hardly ever. And it's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes easier to talk to people that either like, because I haven't played with Overgrowth or Greta as like characters before, but I've played with Gnome and Darcy a lot, so that's easier to do, which is unfortunate. And yeah, I wish I had been more purposeful about trying to talk to Cypher more.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's super valid.
Oh man, I can't additional wish for Greta to show up as a villain again just for the absolute betrayal.
Just so that you can post your surprise Pikachu face.
Thought we were friends.
Honestly, that's why at the very end when Atlanta was like, maybe you don't count me as your friend, but I count you as one of mine. I was like, I'm not gonna say it. I want to, but I can't. But I'm not gonna.
Oh.
Also, Lily, what was this like when you were saying? What about other people, Greta? Who were you thinking of?
Oh, she was like, "Oh, I haven't seen Vic or Mira in a while." I was being entirely selfish and talking about Haley.
Of course.
Listen.
Listen, I'm already doing a scene with you.
I know. That's why I didn't say anything. I just put it there as a joke. We have an entire scene going about Shade trying to find Haley.
Shade.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to find her before the prom hangout.
I accept this.
Oh my god, Ernest.
What is Ernest doing?
Ernest has punched someone, possibly Mel.
Oh gosh.
Is this because of Tad?
Oh no.
It's almost certainly.
Oh no. Oh gosh. I don't even.
Okay.
Alrighty. Yeah. If there's any other stars or wishes, I would love to hear them. Or if it's like put them in text after or whatever. Too is totally fine. I'm
My wish is to be in a session GM'd by you that is something other than masks, because I'm curious what else you have in store.
Oh. Usually it's goofs, getting people dates.
Oh, I see that you share the same superpower as Atlanta.
Yes. Basically.
Mark me as interested.
In that D&D thing that I ran for Ace, her character ended up being they were definitely girlfriends. I don't care what they say.
Cute.
With a famous singer who was also a changeling. And they had a job to protect her, and like it was this whole thing. Like it was like a 6 or 7 session, maybe longer thing, and it was a while. It was really, really good.
Okay.
Okay, but it was just like, yeah, we should hold hands for safety reasons. Do you want to go through the tunnel of love with me at this amusement park? Yes, I like boats. Do you like boats? We want to go in and do this just for boat reasons. We like.
Oh, that's what the whole boat thing was
We
about.
should, platonically sleep in the same bed for safety reasons.
Of course.
We should cuddle so we can make sure I'm protecting you all night.
Yeah.
We need to stick together for body heat,
Right.
obviously.
On this ship that is entirely safe. It was so good.
It was so good.
And then she exactly, Pinky. When it was done and they had to like leave and go to different places, she the singer got them like special magic like sending stones that were like linked to each other that they could always use to talk to each other. It was really cute.
Yep. But like they never officially said they were girlfriends, so like who knows what that was?
Yeah, who
you know?
knows?
It was very ambiguous. Like
Right.
their relationship was just
Yep.
you know.
Totally up in the air.
Yeah, just real unclear. It was so good. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. So also then in order to get a location that she needed, she made a deal with a sphinx, and one of the like tenets of the deal in order to retain that knowledge is that before she goes to that location to finish her little quest thing, she had to go somewhere and have the best night of her life. And she was just like, all right, well how can I get to where the other person is? Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
Oh man, the Sphinx one was so good.
Did you want to say something, Izzy?
Oh.
No.
Okay. I just saw you unmuting earlier, so.
No.
Gotcha.
Also, Pinky, since our session is over, if you have the ability, you may unmute, or are you still at work? Also, speaking of D&D girlfriends, I had a party of, I guess I could say I have a party, but we haven't played since December.
Oh.
I have a party of 3 women. One of them is Alice's cleric, who is a human but cursed to be a slime person. And she had some major good moments with an elven princess,
Ooh.
but that never went anywhere because she had a fiance back home uh, in her home city where she was in self-imposed exile from. So unfortunately, that never really came up because of that.
F.
Um, Another one, let's see. What did I have for Alyssa?
Monogamy takes another victim.
Yeah. Alyssa, the elven druid, was like from our newest player. I think she was the only straight woman in the group. She had some flirtations, but it was like really awkward, including a goblin who had some massive cultural misunderstandings with her, to the point of thinking that a dragon egg that she was carrying with her was her child. So he ended up thinking, oh, elves lay eggs. Okay, that makes sense.
Very large eggs.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's great.
And the third one was Nayana, who was like the 2 meter, like 7 foot tall fighter, just human otherwise. And during a midwinter festival that they just accidentally ended up in, that was like a Fae festival. She ended up meeting a Fae noblewoman who just helped them like walk around there a bit and like explained like a few local customs to them so that they wouldn't like immediately get murdered or swindled. And then when they left, she was like, "Well, I need some payment for my help for you," and so she asked for a kiss.
Ooh.
And then later on, they ended up meeting again a few times with some chance encounters, quote unquote. And they ended up meeting her in the Feywild at one point too. And every time it was just like very flirty with this one character, and that was just absolutely delicious, absolutely wonderful.
Excellent.
I really enjoyed playing her. the player ended up like, because all of the players are artists that I met in college, because we all went to the same game design college. All of the players also made some really good art with their characters,
Yes.
and she made some saucy art of Nayana and this Fae woman.
Ooh.
Her name was Violet, short for Violet Sunshine of the Midnight Rain. I think I still have some of her art. I don't think I can share that here.
I mean, if you want to share it out some places that enjoy seeing and grumble.
If I can find it. I mean, wait, I think she posted it on Twitter too, so I can also just immediately send you to the source too.
Cool.
But yeah, I really enjoyed cheering for that group, and I hope that we can get together again sometime. We ended up stopping because one of the players got really burnt out and depressed. And then after, then once she started to get better, was when Corona hit. So that's why we haven't been able to meet in like half a year now.
Yeah, that stinks.
I am looking forward to tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh god, Dinkies. Right. Yep. That's that we're doing.
I may or may not be writing lyrics for a new song for the Flex Girls.
Ooh. Yeah.
I am also very excited.
And I was like wondering what kind of songs to do, but I was like, the previous one was called Engage Directly. So I kind of want to name this one Unleash Your Powers.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Love it.
Just slowly work through all the basic moves.
Yep.
The last one is going to be a performance where they act out as the villains, and it's going to be called Take a Powerful Blow.
Okay. I think I'm gonna duck out to go get some dinner. So thanks again, y'all. I had a super fun time, and see y'all later. Hope y'all have a wonderful night.
Thanks,
Same to you. Have a wonderful time. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.